Hi, we're Initial Shock.
And you're watching FrontRowFanatics.com.
Good evening, Gulf Coast independent wrestling fans. Once again, here we are, Front Row Fanatics. We're reviewing Culture Shock Wrestling's Hardcore New Year. I'm the Gargoyle,
Mr. Internet.
and we have a special guest in the Front Row Fanatics studio today, CSW and other Florida Gulf Coast independent wrestling superstar, the California Kid. We'd like to welcome the Kid into the...
Thank you, Mr. Gargoyle.
You're quite welcome,
Get
sir.
out of my seat. I want to sit with the more important one. Mr. Gargoyle, thank you.
I'll be back.
Take your papers. Take your little papers and move. Hello, FrontRowFanatics.com. King of the world, California Kid here.
All right. Here we have former CSW heavyweight champion, the California Kid.
Heavyweight, yes.
And I'm sure he's raring to go to retain or regain, excuse me, I'm drinking beer.
I understand.
Get the damn championship back. That's what the California Kid wants to do.
there we
So
go.
we have an open forum here, Kid. What would you like to talk about? Feel free, talk shit, whoever you want to. I mean, lay it on the line for us.
That's no problem. That's what I do best anyway, Mr. Gargoyle. And I would just like to point out that I have been robbed twice now of that CSW title by one BTY, Colby Godwin. And BTY shouldn't be his name because he's not better than me. He might be better than other Gulf Coast wrestling superstars, but not me. And it just so happens that he gets lucky every time I win. I mean, he beat me with a roll-up, which he clearly pulled the tights on. That happened last show. This show, he barely hit me with a move that should be illegal and almost broke my neck with almost a Fire Thunder driver. And the ref was, as you can see, the ref. I know you've seen the ref shove me down. I mean, let's get some real officiating in here. Get Tiny out of there. Let me pick my own ref. I think that would be fair.
I think Tiny has a grudge with you, man. I mean, I've noticed, and don't get me wrong, you've heard me cheering against you for BTY and everything.
It's all right.
But, you know, I think Tiny has a grudge against you because I've seen some very, shall we say, shabby officiating and going on in these championship matches. And if you're going to have a championship match, the ref needs to be on his toes because all you're asking for is a fair shot.
A fair shot. That's all I'm asking for. BTY, I'm asking you right now, a fair shot. Just one fair shot where you don't have to cheat and use mind games to beat the California Kid. One-on-one, man-to-man, that's what I'm asking. No ref help from Tiny, who is a big piece of trash in the California Kid's opinion, and I'll step in the ring with him if he wants to take off the ref shirt, put on some wrestling tights, and we'll see what happens there. He wants to shove me down then, we'll see who shoves each other down. I'll kick him right in his bald bean, you understand me?
Oh! I don't think Tiny's going to want to get in the ring with you, but anyway, seeing how BTY no longer possesses the belt and it's Mr. Marcus Gibbs now owns the CSW title, what are your thoughts on Mr. Gibbs and,
well,
you know?
Me and Gibbs, we have a little bit of a history. I mean, I don't really have anything personal against the guy like I kind of starting to do with BTY, but you remember he did take my United States Championship in CSW not too long ago, and his chops still leave a sting on my chest when I think about it. But, you know, I went out there and I proved, you know, BTY clearly is the clear-cut number one contender because he never got his rematch for his belt. Marcus gets beat him, usually that's the way it works. He comes back and gets it. But I laid BTY out with my super kick, clean. He wasn't getting up. That proves right there, BTY. When it comes down to one-on-one, man-to-man, I'll beat you down. So I should be the number one contender in rights just right there. So if Mr. Marcus Gibbs is man enough, maybe he'll put the belt up there with me. York, for some reason, I don't even know who Alexander York is, basically. I've never even stepped foot in the ring with him, and he clubs me in the head. I don't even know what hit me. I was out.
Obviously, the aristocratic assassin was trying to make a little impact there in CSW after that Four Corners of Hell didn't go his way, and Mr. Gibbs won that match to face BTY, who he eventually defeated in the match. And, you know, so he just chose you for some ungodly reason.
Well, I can tell you right now, Mr. York, I'm not the man to make an impact on. I'm the man to make an impact. So you better step off.
All right, what do you think about this young up-and-comer T-Bird who won the Battle Royal, who also will be getting a title shot possibly ahead of you?
Hold on. Is there a women's title in the CSW title division? This pretty boy comes out of nowhere and uses his looks to escalate the thing. He barely gets a roll-up on somebody, and now he's a big superstar in all the Gulf Coast. I don't think so, and I hear Telly's raising up everywhere. I mean, I'm in WIW, as you guys know. I'm in a lot of different promotions. He's raising up everywhere, and he looks like a young, talented young kid. Maybe with a little guidance from somebody like me, he could be a lot better. But he chooses to embrace the fans. Me, personally, I don't care what the fans think. I don't like you. I don't care if you don't like me. I'm here for titles. I'm for titles and glory and myself. That's the order I go in. Titles, myself, glory. There is no fans to me. You guys mean nothing to me. I mean, no offense, Gargoyle. You don't like me very much. I know you don't. but I don't care what you think about me.
That's-
I'm going to be the champion either way.
That's true. You man up, and if you don't like me, you give me the dirty finger and say, Gargoyle, get out of my face.
That's right.
But what are you going to do if T-Bird gets granted the title shot before you? As a former champion, I mean...
I hope that T-Bird gets the title shot. That way it makes my title victory a lot easier.
Ooh!
Because BTY is a tough guy. There's no denying that. BTY is established. He is, nothing but respect as far as in ring goes. I don't like him at all, and he's cheated me a few times. But nothing but respect for BTY. He's a great caliber superstar. You got Marcus Gibbs, who's earned his rights to be where he is right now. I mean, he won the Four Corners of Hell. He got his shot and everything like that. This T-Bird guy gets a lucky roll-up in some kind of battle royal, and now all of a sudden he's a contender for the title. I haven't seen nothing from him yet. Until I do, I mean, in the ring, one-on-one, then I have no respect for him.
Oh, no respect for the young guy. So I guess we're getting the high sign there from the promoter, producer, lovely Alexandra Page. I'm just fumbling all over my words tonight, and I guess Heineken's kicking my ass. So we'll be right back with some more of the California Kid and the review of CSW's Hardcore New Year.